Let's see. Sup, dog. Carolyn, what's up? What's up? Oh, that's why. I'm used to having the camera on the other side. We got a first-time YouTuber over here. Well, guys, we're doing a cover lift. Just setting up everything. Just want to pull it up on the tablet. So, I'm checking to see if we have sound. After some commercials, you gotta watch commercials on your own channel. So let's see. Yep, we got sound. Sup, dogs? How are we today? Says. Doing real good, man. We had lots of fun. We had a lot of fun in the pre-lift live. Met some new friends. Kicked a few people out. You know, it's a good way to start your day. How about you, Sup, dog? How you doing today? Oh yeah, we got the horizontal, Josh. Good old widescreen. Caleb says glad to catch Nick's live lift in real time. Absolutely, I appreciate that, Carolyn. Sup, dogs? I missed her this morning. That's all right, man. That's all right. Best thing about the lives is if you miss them live, they're still up. You know, so if you want, check out the video. Some good jokes in there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Looks like Carolyn sent one STONEtv gift memberships. I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. But looks like Drew got himself a early Christmas present. Oh, and Josh got himself an early Christmas present for next Christmas. You know, about 362 days early, or whatever it comes out to be. But that is awesome. That is awesome. I wonder how that works. Is it like a one-time, 1 month thing? Or is it like the way the regular membership works and it's every month? Man, that's what I'm talking about, Kaylin. Says, hallelujah. Josh, that's what I hoped for. LOL. Now you can see the full Dungeon Super Series and Turtle Man in all the practices. Yeah, absolutely. That is awesome. Oh, okay. Just a one-time thing. That's still cool. That is still cool. I didn't even know that was a thing until just now. Let's see. Carolyn says, let's like and share, friends. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Jess says, not the new hoodie. No, that is funny. Yeah, I forgot the red one in the gym. And it's confirmed we are out of propane. So I'll tell you what, Hank Hill would not be happy. But it's a cold one, and I decided to keep the warm hoodie on. Carolyn says the Ninja Black, so they can't see the games. Absolutely. She also says, everyone, let's lift. She's got a great point. So that being said, we'll get back to it. So let's see. Let's see. Josh says, "Hello, Ninja Nick." That's got a pretty good ring. I'm glad somebody got that Hank Hill reference, because I thought it was a good one. Some dog says the hoodie vest combo is very Canadian of you. I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely is, you know. And I can see why. You know, because it's pretty warm. Carolyn agrees. She says can't beat a good vest combo. All right, let's see what's up, Josh says pretty soon it'll be all denim, Canadian tuxedo. You never know. When we take a trip up to Canada, we're probably going to have to get a couple of those Canadian tuxedos to bring up, because I think it's a rule up there. I think you need to at least wear it at least once a week. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe Sepdog will let us know. X, what's up, man? He says, guess who's in the U.S.? I wonder. Josh says, me and Nick, ... Well, that's very true. Carolyn says, to Est, who's Levon getting stem cells? Maybe. Could be him. Could be S. Let's see. S says it's me. Josh, don't play with me. That's funny. Carolyn says hello. And Josh said, "Who are you again?" That is funny. So guys, I'll be right back. I just gotta run inside, grab some water. Be right back. Alright, so let's see. Supdog says, "Oh, the Canadian tuxedo is a must among legends." Definitely true. It says, "Okay, Nick, music with workout." I see you. Complete lock-in. So I got some music playing. It's just I can't find my speaker, so I just have it playing on the tablet. Oh, yeah, Josh is right there. He normally has music you just can't hear today. Yeah, I have it playing. It just, for some reason, it's actually right next to the phone, just not picking it up. Ah, that's just lifting along with us. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Laurel. Thanks for watching. Let's see, did you get your gains in today? If not, maybe you'll get them in later. Actually, it's almost mandatory to get the gains in. Joel says, yes, I have. That's what I'm talking about. Getting them gains in. Carolyn says, let's like and share, friends. Thank you very much, Carolyn. That'd be greatly appreciated. Joel says, thank you. Absolutely. S says, oh, I know Josh is a bad dude, so it makes it more interesting if I win. Yeah, definitely would. I'd say my first thought is if you beat Josh in a real match, we definitely make you a mod. That's good, clean fun right there. But I think Josh might have the good old weight advantage. But I may be mistaken. Josh says, S wants a piece of me, LOL. He definitely does. S, hey, what's up, Drew? S says, is this a recovery workout? Yeah, it's a recovery workout. That's why, I'm able to kind of answer questions and talk in between during my breaks. I've been taking longer breaks than I'd like, to be honest, but it's mostly because my right shoulder's been, if you've been watching, you've probably been hearing me complaining about it, so I gotta stop complaining. But my right shoulder's been feeling very interesting, we'll say that. Josh says, what does the title say? Very true. Sub Dog says, oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Carolyn says, excellent move, Nick. Working the fingers. Absolutely. Let's see. It says, how much do you weigh, Josh? Josh says about 190. Let's see. Caleb says, next level shoulder gains. Mike pulls you hard, and Brian, too, at practice. Mega gains. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. S says, oh shit. So about 145, 10% body fat. So if I win, that will be crazy. And Josh says, you wouldn't win, ... So let's see. That is funny. Esther's building up hype. So, sounds like it's going to happen. So, Esther, you're going to have to make the 48 to 62 hour car ride to the other side of the country. Just let us know what day works best. So let's see. S says I also do arm wrestling for about 2 years, so I'm not that bad. That's what I'm talking about. 2 years, you say that might be similar time as Josh, so maybe that match makes sense. We'll have to talk to the people, see what the people want. Subdog says, hell yeah, a couple years. You must have your lanes figured out. Could be, could be. Kalen says about right. Josh says, Subdog, lol. Laughing to what Subdog said. S says, you guys are funny. I appreciate that. Subdog says, curious to see how my daughter's podcast goes. I mean, lucky ones tomorrow. I wonder too. I wonder. Is it at, what time is it at? 10 p.m.? Is it at 10 p.m.? Caleb says something dog that's going to be awesome. She's talking about Lucky's podcast, the Lucky Ones. Definitely going to be a good one. Sup Dog says, don't know. 8, I think. About 5, 6 my time. Ah, very nice. Yeah, I would say somewhere probably 8 to 10. That's usually, I think, her start time. Cameron says, yeah, I watched Lucky Ones last Saturday and got Josh at it telling him your daughter was from PA because I thought was your daughter, sup dog, LOL. That's funny. And she also says Josh is a good sport and puts us straight though. Definitely true. Sup dog says hello. And then he says the Alberta beef. Absolutely. Carolyn says, Josh, one of the funniest moments this week is when you said to Nick, are you playing East Indian music? And it's that a sitar, LOL. That's funny. And she says, the heavy rack of Team Stone has got me away from a lifetime of disco. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a good guess. I mean, we got a pretty good Indian following. So, I mean, it was a pretty good guess. He was thinking of odds. You know, it's a numbers game. It definitely gains. Should have put some gloves on for this dumbbell curls. You're wondering what these dumbbells feel like. Imagine sticking your hand into a big old tub of, cherry flavored slushy, just minus the cherry flavor. Let's see. Kevin says, yeah, Nick, you play diverse music. I love it. The evolutions of STONEtv from the cello, metal, to sitar, and beyond. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the music definitely gets weird sometimes. Sometimes it's not so weird, but sometimes it does get weird. And if you're wondering what type of weird, it's the good weird. Definitely not the bad weird. So let's see. Kaylin says, damn Nick, that hardcore lifting. 30 blow dumbbells. So I appreciate that, Kaylin, but I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? You mean the 30-pound dumbbells? You mean heavy, or do you mean the 30 below, zero? Is that what you mean? Josh says he has big hands and he will be fine. Well, Josh, you know what I say to that is make sure your Snuggie is on because that will keep you warm. And just the thought of the warm Snuggie will help me keep warm. Sub Dog says Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, they got some good tunes. And Carolyn says always fun. Absolutely. Carolyn says Nick no gloves, 30 below degrees, lifting the dumbbells. Yeah, I feel you. I got gloves on. I mean, with me. I just forgot to put them on. But I'll more than likely have them on for the next set. When she says the Snuggie gains with kangaroo pouch, definitely true. Ha! That's true, Josh. Josh says no Snuggie during games. Don't want to stink it up. That's smart. Taylor says it's that time of year. Definitely true. Oh, so not Rage Against. Oh, well, Raj Against the Machine. That's interesting. That's interesting. It says Drew, by the way, you got your membership back. Sale was killing it at last Tuesday's members only. Absolutely, it was a mega practice. She's got a mega match coming up. I'm excited. Let's see, Carolyn says, hi friends. Let's hit the thumbs up button. Definitely true, thank Carolyn. Lucky, what's up, what's up? Carolyn says, yes, Nick, me too. Love Sailor Super Match poster. It is epic, absolutely true. Lucky says, agreed. Sailor looked absolutely fierce and stunning in that photo. Absolutely. Carolyn agrees. Look, guys, I'm gonna do just gonna do one more set of dumbbells. Gonna let some blood leave real quick. While I do that, gonna put on the old trusty gloves. I spilled a little bit of water. Don't want my hands freezing to the dumbbells like that movie. I just happened to play that movie all day on Christmas. Well, we can talk about that. Either pre or post lift live. So let's see. So let's see, Kevin says, Nick, I wonder if you can schedule a video like Neil from The Fix. Let's see. What was it called, Josh? I can't remember. Just run an old video so we can see it and have a live chat to get the gains. That's what I'm talking about. Ham Hoagie, very true. Says, just remember to never lick the dumbbell handles when it is cold out. Very true. Plus, they've never been washed. Uncle Charles, what's up, man? Long time no see. Sup Dog, very true. Says, like the stream, guys. Thank you very much, Sup Dog. Oh, Premiere. That's what it's. Oh, I know you. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about now. The Premiere videos. I think I know what you're talking about. I'll look into it. And Josh says, oops, wrong account. Not a problem. Not a problem. And Carolyn says, Josh, yes, Premiere, thank you. So, let's take the last glove off real quick. That's it for this workout, guys. Let's see. Everything's backwards. I'm used to having everything on the other side. But let's see. So it's been almost an hour. So not super long, not super short. It was definitely a good recovery lift. More than likely, I'll be doing another recovery lift later on in the evening. I'm just not sure on the exact time. But either way, keep your eyes and your ears open for the next video. I want to say, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't get your gains in now, make sure you get them in later. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And we will see you next time.